Bom, pessoal, capítulo 4, né? Capítulo 4 do Alan Wake. Vamos lá.
The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good. This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan. Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
Aqui no relógio solar tem uma plaquinha. Aqui, ó. Essa clínica aqui do Dr. Hartman é muito linda, né? Passar as férias num lugar desse, ser não como uma clínica psiquiátrica, mas como turista, um lugar muito bonito.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically. I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the
obviously
one
loved
trying
his
to
own
bring you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed
madly
for
inside
yourself.
my head.
But I
I
can't
dug my
do
nails
it
into
by
the palms of my
myself.
hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside. Here's the
Aqui,
entrance to the
aqui
office.
dentro tem a garrafa térmica aqui. E tem um cartaz aqui, ó.
Scary, scary, scary.
Emerson.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay, sorry. Boo.
That's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on
Elbow
video
strike.
games.
Ooh, yeah.
It's trash, of course, but it does
I'll get
involve
him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should...
Tem uma placa aqui. Welcome to Cauldron Lake.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had a... how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark. Oh, that won't do. I'm so
Depois da cutscene você ganha uma... Você ganha uma página do manuscrito automaticamente.
I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about...
Eu acho que é Os Escritos e Assistente de Thomas Zane, se eu não me engano. Você ganha aqui. Automático, né?
everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Yeah, good thing he's not overreacting or anything.
Well, he's the boss.
I may need a hand here later on, Birch. The storm's bound to make you know who
Something's
jumpy.
wrong.
You know how they get.
I'm not myself.
Aqui é o programa de TV.
Think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside.
À direita aqui tem uma garrafa de café.
She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where
Hey,
her heart should
wait.
be.
Why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room.
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Saindo do quarto aqui, ó, tem um manuscrito aqui no chão. Lado da escada. Barry na pousada.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we?
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Aqui no escritório do Hartman tem aquela... A máquina aqui, o gravador, né? Aqui nessa mesa tem uma outra página do manuscrito. Mote fracassa com Hartman. E aqui tem as gravações do Hartman, que tem uma conquista para escutar tudo.
I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I...
Tem que escutar 3 gravações aqui.
Because at least that lead to a conversation.
Sendo que a terceira eu acho que não precisa escutar até o final. Vai liberar a conquista assim que eu der o play na terceira gravação.
And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes, and I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the
Rudolph
words.
Lane's case is
The phone
interesting.
call from her.
He was
It
completely
had been a
bluffed,
cut-up
and
of
frankly,
this.
I was about
Just
to
a
discard
recording.
him as useless. However, once Wake arrived and started writing, something changed in Rudolph. He's producing extraordinary work, increasingly dark pieces. Unfortunately, he doesn't respond to direction at all, and it's my belief that he's not so much a creator as an illustrator, perhaps, a recorder of sorts. I hadn't considered the existence of such a role before, let alone its implications, but the paintings he has produced are informative. At least he's easily controlled and useful. I wish I could say the same about Wake. It's frustrating that the best subjects are always so damn difficult to deal with.
Terceira vez. Opiniões médicas.
Agent Nightingale, this is private property, and I will not allow you to disturb my patients.
Yeah? I can get a warrant. How would your fragile little patients like that?
Oh, I'm thoroughly intimidated by your mighty authority now, Agent.
Listen, you smug snob. How would you like it if I busted through this gate and knocked you around a little?
Agent Nightingale, first of all, I'm recording this conversation, so you might want to watch what you say. Secondly, you're not dealing with a hick now. I know the law, and if you can get a judge to grant a warrant, I'll be glad to
Assim que dá o play na
but you won't get one. Be advised
na terceira fita aqui já libera.
through my lawyer.
Let me out of here! Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna stew your crazy quack ass to shreds! Seriously, do you have any idea how much trouble you're in? I am famous. I represent a celebrity. They'll be looking for me. Oh, that's how you want to play it? Is that how you want to play it? Really? Okay, that's how we'll play it. It'll be hardball all the way, jerk. Seriously, man, I'm willing to forget the whole thing.
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry! Man, am I glad to see you.
A garrafa atrás do Barry aqui.
Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no.
Assim que passar essa cutscene, você ganha mais uma página automática.
The dark presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out. Light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Tem outro QR Code ali. Pera aí que eu quero... pegar esse QR Code, pera aí. Eu acho que esses QR Codes são indicações da continuação do game. Caraca, todo torto. Ué. Não me deram outro. Aqui tem uma televisão para ligar. Ah, é essa TV que tem que assistir. Aí tem um manuscrito aqui, ó. A missão de Hartman.
Consider, you get in a car and leave a life behind. Easy? Not tonight.
Thanks for the ride, Mark. I'm
so glad to live in this place. You have no idea.
What, Night Springs? Come on, Linda, relax. It's not that bad. Hey, what's that up ahead?
Oh God, there's someone in the room. I think there's been an accident.
Oof. Boladas.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al. Oh, God! Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Tem uma placa aqui. Tem uma garrafa aqui, ó.
Jeez, Al! The house looks bad! Let's get out of here!
Aqui no labirinto, direita. Esquerda. Direita. Depois desse confronto aqui, continua indo para a direita. Pra cá. Aí chega nessa árvore aqui, tem um manuscrito. Wake vê o palco dos Old Gods. Esquerda. Direita. Direita. Voltando aqui. Direita. Direita. Esses banquinhos aqui vai para a esquerda. Esquerda. E aqui chega mais um manuscrito. Hartman e a queda de energia. Agora pode sair do labirinto.
Channel, we'll turn it off. We don't want any fighting. It makes people sad. You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm. You get 3 pills in the evening. You sleep like a baby.
Os corvos não perdoam. Tem que derrotar os corvos primeiro.
The channel, we'll turn it off. We don't want any fighting. It makes people sad. You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long.
Tem uma garrafa de café aqui no coreto. Partezinha chata pra caramba. Tem um manuscrito aqui. Mote no comando. Oh yeah. Au. Acabando a munição, velho. Essa parte aqui na dificuldade pesadelo é chatinha mesmo. Manuscrito aqui, Barry atacado por um possuído. Tem essas latinhas aqui. Nem precisava derrubar, mas por desencargo de consciência vou derrubar. E aqui pra direita tem um baú aqui pra baixo. Aqui. Já vai ajudar. Esse sinalizador aqui vai ajudar pra caramba. tem uma garrafa de café aqui na frente. Garrafa de café aqui. E aqui na esquerda, manuscrito. Hartman Sedawake. Agora o bicho pega.
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, Barry! I'll find it! Don't worry about it!
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it!
Oh.
It's gotta be here! Just hang on, Al! Oh, hey! I found a corner! I found it! I found it! Ah, no, wait,
Ah!
I'm crazy, but that's fine.
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way! Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch! There's no way you can climb down, though! It's like a sheer wall! Al! There's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Oh, yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh? You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al! I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area! You can catch up! Don't worry about it! I'm on the case!
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
página do manuscrito aqui. Walter na fazenda dos Anderson. Tem uma garrafa de café ali. Ai. Finalzinho aqui. Ai. Vou pegar o coletável. Ah! Os objetos inanimados não me deixam pegar os coletáveis. A garrafa de café ficou bugada ali, ó. Só falta não contabilizar, velho. Só por... Eu vou pegar de novo esse negócio aqui só por desencargo de consciência. Página do manuscrito aqui, ó. Nightingale prende Wake.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Ele não quer pular. Ficou travado, velho.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Ah, muito cara, velho.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
A garrafa de café aqui no acampamento. Trocar essa lanterna.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before.
Mais uma página aqui.
It was a strange space
A presença obscura solta.
man or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
Au. Mais uma página aqui perto do checkpoint. Os pacientes escapam pousada. Uma coisa pra cá. Tem uma garrafa de café aqui dentro.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
De novo. Oh. Alan Jump. Tá, porra.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Aqui na casa à esquerda.
Anybody here?
Tem um... É o café aqui.
No! Danny, you're not! Ah! Please! Ah! What are you? What are you? Ah! No! Don't! I'm sorry! Ah! Ah!
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friends suddenly the bad guy.
Aqui é um programa de TV.
Every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume. It's wanted all along. Danny, huh? Cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Aqui na varanda tem mais uma página do manuscrito. Hartman pondera sobre Moth and Wake. Um baú aqui. Um baú aqui no porão.
Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Garrafa de café aqui no trator. Aqui, ó, à direita, tem uma garrafa de café ali. Perto do trator também. Oh yeah. Tem uma casa ali na esquerda. Tem um baú aqui. Tem que subir aqui na torre de vigia. Tem o rádio aqui.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least.
Pra mim pipocou agora os rádios que eu devo ter pegado. Eu acho que eu peguei algum mais pra frente. Tem mais coletável aqui. Nessa casa aqui, ó. Tem um baú aqui. Aqui já dá pra ver o... No banheiro aqui. O manuscrito tá ali. Mas tem um baú aqui dentro. Mais um manuscrito. Esse é o manuscrito do nível Pesadelo. Tem uma garrafa de café aqui.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them! God damn!
Tem uma garrafa de café logo aqui do lado do Barry.
Shut up and shoot! Ow! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stopped! Al! Hold on! I'll try to get the stage lights on!
Coletável aqui, ó. O manuscrito aqui. Acho que eu consegui passar dessa parte sem ficar gravemente ferido, né? Ó, na dificuldade de pesadelo ainda. Rock and roll. Rock and roll.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
É, dava pra pegar aquele coletável sem precisar estar no combate ali, que eu achei que eu ia poder perder ali. Eu fui logo no desespero pegar o coletável. Aqui tem um coletável.
Bestseller, no reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this
Tem um
time.
coletável pra cá. Tem um manuscrito aqui no meio do milharal. Aqui. Nightingale encontra um manuscrito.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this fight.
Aqui tem uma televisão.
Sleep. We all
Oh, Night Springs. Man, you got memories. Hey, remember when I got you that gig? Your first real writing job. What got you started? Oh, is this one of your episodes?
In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us.
Aqui atrás aqui tem um café. Garrafa de café aqui. Subindo a escada. Manuscrito aqui em cima, no segundo andar. Os irmãos Anderson dos anos 70.
The Viking boat looked imposing.
Passando do botão aqui do barco, tem um cartaz aqui dos Old Gods of Asgard. Também é coletável, né?
Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single. Be careful, Al!
Garrafa aqui, garrafa de café. Aqui tem um rádio.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here.
Esse era o último rádio para pegar, para liberar a conquista. Eu acho que eu cliquei nesse rádio antes.
Which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing. Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, a lot more of it.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods. You've got to be kidding me.
Dá pra voltar. Ah, tem que liberar o Barry.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me.
Hey, let's go, man. I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy. Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Come on, one more gate. Let's do this thing. The lights are out.
Aqui à direita tem uma garrafa de café aqui. Quartinho escondido. Outra garrafa de café aqui, ó, na cozinha. E o último coletável desse episódio tá aqui no segundo andar. Aqui. O mistério da semana perdida.
Yeah, I don't think they keep too close an eye on them at the clinic. They seem to slip away a lot so they can get wasted.
No kidding. Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
Aí. O final do quarto episódio. Essa parte aqui em primeira pessoa é legal.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off. I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crashed car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. Beyond this lost memory, there was nothing. I had to follow the footsteps of my past self to find out what had happened that night. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do.
Tem uma visão muito legal aqui, né?
You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her. Yes. All right. I'll fix it. Previously on Alan Wake.
Esse foi o final do 4º episódio, o comecinho do 5º.
All the manuscript pages were gone. The FBI agent had taken them.
I think my tongue just took a crap in my mouth.
Próximo vídeo eu continuo a partir daqui do 5º episódio, né? Pegando os coletáveis e tentando terminar esse game na dificuldade Pesadelo. Espero que vocês tenham curtido. Espero que esse guia ajude vocês aí de alguma forma. Um grande abraço. Até a próxima. Até o próximo episódio. Vamos ver se eu consigo terminar esse game ainda. Valeu!